What's up guys, Brett back at you with InfoSmercial. I have the Smooth 4 from ZHIYUN here, and I'm going to show you guys how you can create some really cool in-camera scene transitions using this bad boy. Let's go!
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
In a recent video I made on the Smooth 4, I showcased a new feature called Phone Go, which lets you sort of whip your phone around while it's on top of the gimbal. And that's great for following fast action, but I also showed a few transitions I made using this new feature. This is a pan transition. No way! And today I'm going to share with you how I did it in that video. Not only that, I'm going to share a few tips and tricks so you can sort of create your own going forward. So here we are in our video editor, but it doesn't matter what video editor you end up using, it'll all work the same. For starters, an in-camera scene transition is simply a way of shooting footage so that way when you place the video clips next to each other, they just naturally blend together. And you can see here that I don't have any transitions or effects placed on top of my two clips. Now we're at the first frame of the second clip, and now we'll go back one frame, and we're at the last frame of my first clip. And you'll notice between these two clips a common theme. They're blurry. So here it is, tip number one, motion blur. You simply want to hide your cuts in the motion blur between your two video clips. So you'll notice that at the end of my first scene, I whipped out of the scene using Phone Go, and then in the next clip, I simply whipped into it and I disguised the cut in between the two videos while they were blurring. And it looks like a pretty smooth transition. So tip number two is matching. Matching is simply a way of making your transitions seem much more fluid and natural. So you'll see here for a tilt transition, I made the cut on two similar colored backgrounds. They have about the same amount of lightness, about the same color, looks sort of grayish. And when we place the two together, we get this. Looks pretty natural. You'll notice here in the tilt transition that the effect is essentially the same. I'm using the motion blur from Phone Go while tilting in order to hide the cut in my transition. And then in that video, we also have the pointy transition, which is simply following an object from one scene to the next while using the blur of the background to mask the cut. And then there's my favorite transition, this guy, the itchy transition. Yep, that's the one, the itchy transition. It's mine. Nobody take it. You understand? The itchy transition is just a simple block transition. You just block your camera at the end of one scene, unblock it at the beginning of the next, and you just hide your cut right in the middle. Pretty fun, and that's the whole point. Have fun with it. Create your own in-camera scene transition. And that's it. Two major tips, motion blur and matching. Find a way to match your footage together at the end of your first scene, in the beginning of your next scene, and you can create a whole number of really cool transitions. And that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Be sure to leave a big old thumbs up down below if you liked the video. And of course, if you have any questions on this stuff, or you're creating your own in-camera transitions, let me know, link your videos down below. I'd love to check out what you guys are creating. And in any event, be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share with your friends and family, and until the next one, I'll see you guys.